live stream webinar should be coming your way. They changed the interface a little bit. That was weird.
It says it's
Hey,
working now.
Okay, there we go.
hey, Savage, once we get going too, I'd mentioned to Sam, because I'm getting a bunch of emails every week about replays. I'm going to start pretty early before we even really get into the stuff to say, hey, listen, if you guys, we're going to move pretty fast today. If you want to see if you want to see a replay of this, I'm going to then show I'm going to actually show my YouTube channel and where they can find it. And Savage, if you can put that link up about the playlist, so they just have a straight link if they want to do that. And that way, if I see that you've done that, I may, say, hey, if you want to just make sure you can bookmark that or whatever. Okay.
I will, but just FYI, we do that every week.
I know you
over and
do.
over
I know
again.
you do. I know. I just wanted to tell you when I was going to do it. I was going to do that up front and actually physically show them, because I think the problem is the people that are seeing some of the replays, or the people that maybe watch in a group, they don't know where to go back to. And I'm going to just put it in the video, so it's in there. Like the people that are watching on Resource Center or wherever. So we'll have that.
Cool. Okay. Good to go there. Greg, I left those slides that I was going to share on your desk yesterday. Did you get those?
I looked at them. Yeah, these.
Okay, good. Yeah, so it's just running through. We'll when it's our turn, we're going to be since you're the top billing on this, you're the last to perform here.
Yes.
So so we're just going to, as we go page by page, just break down kind of the marketing strategy, the development strategy of that piece. And I'll just point you to talk to various things. I did just last minute add in, it's not in the pages that I gave you, Greg. I last minute added right after the cover sheet. I added the photo where you have the skyline of San Diego and the label of every single building, just that
my map, my marketing map.
Yeah. It's a skyline video that or not video. Yeah, exactly that one. Yeah. So I just added that one in there.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Sam, I'm not seeing the connection on the YouTube.
Okay, let me see.
You connect to the February 6th one?
Yeah, so it says it looks like it's live streaming right now.
Huh.
Mine says on the computer.
It looks like it's connected already to YouTube now.
Yeah.
Hey, if
I
it
usually
is,
can
we just
see it
wanna-
in
Everybody gets
preview.
a behind the scenes.
Well, I haven't said go live.
Well, but that's what's interesting is because I just hit it, and then normally I just see the landing page and
It's showing us now.
yeah.
Mine says you are in a practice session.
No, yeah, that's for Zoom, but we're also simulcasting into YouTube.
All right.
Hey, if anybody is on YouTube right now, then we'll be going live here in just about 5 minutes. You get to see it behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube feed, the live feed that they would see, the customer facing one. It's not live, but I typically view in the studio, Sam, and when you connect, I can see us in preview mode, and I usually hit the go live.
What's going on with that? I know the interface changed. Try
If you pull up YouTube on yours.
yeah, go open the studio.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
showing
in Jimmy Studio.
Yeah, it's live right now because we've got folks here that are seeing it live on YouTube right now.
Huh.
Huh. So if anybody is on there, we're going to get ready to go live here in just a couple of minutes. Y'all get to see behind the scenes.
Everyone, you're seeing the
no, it's no big deal. Yeah. I know we had some network issues back there at the home office as well. So
live television.
Live television.
This is what happens when you have live television.
I just text Chris. If he comes in late, because I know he had some calls this morning. I was on another one with him earlier.
Yeah.
Then we'll just, if I see him pop up, Sam, then I'll just bring him on.
You got it.
We may need to play on the fly with him as far as if he has slides.
Yeah, no problem. Up there he is.
I'm here.
Hey, man. Hey. You gonna go cameraless today?
No, I'm just turning it
I know.
over to the right one.
No. Yeah, all good.
And the other one. Yeah, and I
Hey,
do
you
have
got any
slides,
slides?
Sam. If you can authorize that, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
you got it. Go ahead and try it now when you get a chance.
Okay.
Chris, by the way, I'm here in the conference room at Keys Real Estate. I'm down here, and Will's right to my side, and we got some agents, some staff. So, and apparently we are live on YouTube right now. So just to make you aware of that.
Oh, make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
I
So none
mind
of
my
those
P's and
normal,
Q's here.
yeah, conversations. Yeah.
All right.
So
Is that, you guys seen it?
yes.
Yes. You're in edit mode though. You're not in.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. That better?
Perfect.
Yep. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. I'll stop sharing.
Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you.
I was telling them I didn't get a chance to tell you this morning, Chris. So this morning, you know, I mean, it's cold down here too in the Keys. I mean, they got like,
Is it really?
Is this record? Yeah, literally. Like as we, you know, Tasha's here with me. So as we went to get her coffee this morning, the little Cuban coffee place down here, I kept my eyes up in the trees, make
Oh,
sure
for
the
falling
iguanas weren't
iguanas?
falling. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes,
I
yeah.
was, you know, when I was in New York this week, you know, our PR guy, Israel Krebs, he lives in Miami, and he said he personally picked up 3 or 4 and threw in a trash bag. Like they think of iguanas the way like New Yorkers think of rats, right? Like there's no fond affection. Like he's like, yeah, one was like 4 feet long. I threw that thing in the garbage, and you know.
So listen, they did have one. I saw one. There was like a report on some of this, and they were like, they're gathering them up and taking them to, it was like Humane Society or whatever.
Yeah, for they can be
And
put down
the news
humanely.
report was being, you know, they were like to relocate them,
Yeah, to heaven, to
whatever that
iguana
means.
heaven is where they're being relocated to. Yeah. Yeah, he said they're a nuisance. They dig up, they eat every flower, they dig up your flower beds, they shit in your pool, like the whole
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Oh yes. Yep. I know.
Wow.
I know. Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
And that's, oh, wow. So they're dying because it's cold down there.
They're
Well,
not
they're
dying.
kind of getting stunned. They're not even dying. They're
Yeah,
like basically
yeah,
comatose. So
yeah,
you can just pick them
yeah.
up and bag them up and take them to Humane Society, and then the Humane Society, you know,
Revives them or whatever.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
once
know
they
that they're
warm up, they
reviving.
revive. I mean,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
it's temporary. So,
Yeah.
how are we on time? We
Chris,
getting ready to go live?
meet Greg.
We
Greg,
already
meet
are live,
Chris.
Yeah, Greg, good to see you.
Chris, if you can, your head is,
Oh, here, there we go.
yep, much better.
Chris, I'll give you a shout here in a couple hours too. Okay.
Yeah, all good. Sounds great. Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
here we go. Travis, I guess we don't need the countdown on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and have a great show, everyone. Here
We're
we
gonna
go.
take everything live.
Yeah. Okay. Give it a beat. So 3, 2.
All right, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to another Quick Win Mastermind. We have got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking a little bit about geographical farming. We'll specifically speak to some of the things that you can be doing to dominate a local area. For me and my business, going back all those years, literally this was one of the foundational pieces that helped me build my business. And what I tried to do when we were doing this is I wanted to be known as the local expert for a specific area. So we're going to go through all this. Hey, listen, as we're getting started, we'll go ahead and just get, as we're waiting on everybody to come in, let us know where you're coming in from, if you don't mind. Tell us where you're coming in from on the chat, where we got folks coming in from. Austin, Texas, California, New York, Georgia, Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I love it. A little chilly, I'm sure. Let's see, Arizona, Florida, obviously Omaha. Great to see everybody. St. Louis. Glad to see everybody jumping in. We are heading up towards 500 folks already. So excited to have all of you with us as we go through this. We've got a couple of things we're really going to get deep into today. I'm going to give you some real world examples of exactly what you can do. Also, we've got an amazing guest today. Greg is going to just really share exactly what has been the foundation of his business, and it continues to drive him as a top producer out in the San Diego area. So thanks everybody. Look, we even got people. I think I saw Hawaii. Boy, it's early over there. So thanks for coming on. And a couple things here as we get started. I want to make sure that we touch on every single week what is happening right now. And so with that in mind, Sam, if you don't mind, thanks to Sam and Savage, always behind the scenes making this work. Sam, if you don't mind, bring Chris up for us if you don't mind. Chris Kelly, President CEO, as I've said in the past, one of the best leader I've ever seen as far as really having a pulse on everything. Been out there really speaking for the industry this past week in New York at Inman and with a number of interviews. And so, Chris, thanks for taking the time this morning. Hey, if you don't mind, let's kick this thing off before we get into our geographical farming discussion, because the news that we're seeing is so driven right now by affordability. I mean, it seems like it's the hottest topic that we're seeing. Obviously, it's politically, it's on every single time you hear someone speaking politically, they're talking about that. Can you share with us a little bit about what you're seeing out there right now?
Yeah, I mean, and so yeah, so thanks everybody. Good morning to everybody across the country. Jimmy had asked if we could, really spice things up on the podcast and start talking about politics and religion a little bit more. So we're gonna dive right into that.
Yeah. So I just said, hey,
we're not
Chris,
gonna
you
get
mind doing that? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let Chris talk
Right,
about
right,
it.
yeah. This week's politics. Next week we're going to debate the merits of each religion. And so, really, we're not going to get political here, but we're going to talk about is this some of the proposals that have been out there, and what impact would they really have on housing? What's good, what's bad, and what's indifferent in the middle. And so, I'll share my screen here and kind of walk through the stuff that we've all heard about, the things that have kind of been in the news a little bit. And we'll walk through them here real quickly, and we'll get onto the fun stuff with the geofarming here, so everyone can get to that. But I think it's good because you're going to get asked about this, as agents, you're going to get asked by some clients, what's going on. So the ones I want to touch on really briefly this morning is there's been talk about allowing 401k access for down payments on houses, limiting large national investors from owning single family homes, Fannie and Freddie buying $200 billion in mortgage-backed securities. Month and a half or so ago, there was about 2 days where 50-year mortgages was the topic du jour. And then last week, the most recent thing was Trump homes. And so just want to kind of walk briefly through what each one of these would or would not do. So looking at the 401k thing, this was really interesting data that came out. NAR has been saying that the average age of the home buyer, first-time home buyer, has really been climbing. In fact, their data said it was 40. However, and this is good news for us, as you dig into the actual mortgage data, which is pretty accurate, the NAR data is based on surveys. The mortgage data is based on actual applications where someone has to put their birth date in. So you get actually pretty good information. And what we're seeing from that is that we're actually haven't changed much. It's still higher than it was in the past, right? But it's still in that 30 to 32 range, not 40, 41. I point this out when you look at the access of 401ks for down payment. The folks that would, the younger first-time home buyer generation that we're trying to help become homeowners faster, they haven't gotten to a point in life where there is a significant sum of money in their 401k. Certainly not enough that you would want them retracting that money out, right? And then compromising their future savings as well, too. So the target demographic you're trying to hit with affordability from low-income buyer to first-time home buyer, the 401k thing, it's kind of dancing around the edges. It's really not hitting most of those folks. I know when I was probably around 25, 26, I didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in my 401k yet in order that I could tap into to buy a house. And so that the first one there is that it's probably pretty limited. The next one that's gotten a lot of traction is limiting large scale national investors from actually buying or owning single family homes. Again, is it bad to get rid of that? Not at all. Would it help around the edges? For sure. But the data kind of tells you really only about 1% of the current housing stock is owned by what we would call large institutional investors, meaning they own more than 100 plus homes. Most of the single family homes owned for rental are smaller LLCs owned by mom and pop type things. They own 1 to 10 homes, and that's about 11% of the current housing stock. So it's not a significant sum. Again, would it help a little bit? Yes. Is it the silver bullet to the problems? It's not, because they just don't own a huge amount of the properties there when you look at that. And then the $200 billion having Fannie and Freddie buy, again, it would help a little bit. There's debate on what it would actually do. And so how much impact would it really have? And so one of the thoughts is that it would have about 10 basis point impact on mortgage rates, at that amount. So you can see you'd go from about a 6.11 mortgage rate to a 6.01. Again, does it help? Absolutely. But is it taking it from 6 to 5%? No, it's not. It's not going to do that. So again, just some perspective. All these little things can kind of help around the edges a little bit, but again, none of them are going to create a dramatic change into the current housing environment. And then the one on 50 versus 30-year mortgages, that one again hit the wires for a couple of days, and then it kind of died off. The main issue with that one is it really changes the amortization schedule, not necessarily your monthly payment. So you can kind of see here a 30-year at 6.5 versus a 50-year at 6.5. Again, it's modest, maybe $150, something like that. Those are the differences that you might see. But from talking to our mortgage experts at Prosperity, the way that a 50-year mortgage would probably get priced, you're seeing a really